Look at this carrot. I mean, look at it. So in the middle of preserving all these carrots, and I haven't started on the potatoes yet, I went ahead and got this box of tomatoes. Let's start in the pantry room. Let's head over there. Hello, friend. Welcome to the homestead. I am glad to have you here with me. Today, what I'm hoping to do is catch you up on what I was doing before I got sick. It's been 3 weeks, a long recovery. First week, I had the flu. Second week, I had the C19. And as you can imagine, I am week, and it's just been a slow process of recovery, but I'm starting to feel myself. And I just went back and found this video because it's one that I was supposed to share with you a long time ago, back end of October. Do you remember this? I have to preserve all the produce on this table. The first thing I'm going to tackle is celery. I'm going to start with the celery from the farmer's market, and you don't usually get celery like this from the store with all the green, but this is from my Mennonite farmers, and you know what? Their celery has so much more flavor than the store-bought celery. I'm trying to think if I don't think I ever had celery from like a source like this, or I haven't been able to grow celery successfully, so I now know that celery can taste much better than what you get at the store. So I normally freeze my celery, as you guys have seen, in a mirepoix, but I'm going to try. I have some store-bought celery also on the table. I'm gonna try to dehydrate some of it, because as we know, when the power goes out, if it goes out for long periods of time, then stuff in your freezer is lost. I don't have any more of these little mesh things, and what tends to happen with celery, carrots, they get really small and then they fall through. I will go ahead and put some more here of the celery, and then I will put some in the freezer. Will I put some in the freezer? I have probably 3 bags of mirepoix in the freezer right now. Decisions. I'll think about it, and then I'll let you guys know what I did. I have, excuse me, I have one of these, actually I have 2 of these liners for the trays, but they're thick, and I think they will inhibit the drying process. I mean, I think it'll make it take a lot longer, so I just used it with some parchment paper, just traced. I just actually put it on top of the parchment paper, used my X-Acto knife, and just went around and made this template, and I'm going to put the celery on there. It's not going to be the same as having the holes, but it's a much thinner material, so I think it won't take as long to dry as if I use those rubber liners. Hopefully not more than 2 trays, because I only made 2. It's not that much. Definitely, I could probably get them on one, but why not spread it out and make the drying process even faster? Okay. Okay, I have some green peppers that I'm going to cut up next. I might dehydrate some of them, but not chopped, maybe sliced. I am going to, well, I washed and de-seeded these peppers, and I'm going to slice one of them, or maybe two, and see how much I get. And I just want to fill one tray. I think I have, let me go check. Yep, these are peppers. And I don't know how long ago I dehydrated these. They don't look good at all, but they are good. I am going to put some in a little dish and rehydrate them and maybe show them to you later. Okay, let's continue slicing these. Actually, I'll just do these and then bring you back after I fill the tray. Actually, those were beans that I showed you before. These are sliced green peppers. You can see that that's what they are. I'm going to go ahead and rehydrate these for you so you can see what they look like. I am going to go ahead and chop these peppers and put them in the freezer. I'm taking a chance doing that. And I will tell you why it's better for me to put them in the freezer than to dehydrate them. Dehydrating is safer because if you have no power for an extended amount of time, you can lose everything in your freezer. But for me, I don't always know what I am making for dinner. And I would have to know ahead of time and rehydrate the peppers. It takes a little bit to rehydrate it, and so yeah. That's a challenge for me. Sometimes I do know what I am making for dinner, but quite often I don't. And so that would be a pain, not to have the peppers that I need already ready for me to use. So it's easy for me to just grab a bag of peppers or peppers and onions, which is how I like to freeze them as well, and just open it, grab a handful, or just, you know, pour from the bag into the pan that I'm cooking in. Done. So let's hope we don't have any issues with electricity before I can use up all my peppers. These bags that I'm using are not freezer bags, but I got them because they're less expensive, and I will put them in a freezer bag, this gallon freezer bag, so they will be safe. They won't get frostbite or anything like that. But I think it, at least this time around, because of the price, it was cheaper to do it this way. Okay, this is my next project. I already stole some out of here for the broth. I am going to set myself up in the living room with this trash can, fill these 2 containers with carrots, and just peel away while I watch a show. And I will just keep doing that until I get through this bag of carrots. So I started with something a little bit easier, just so I could feel like I accomplished something, and now I am tackling this. I called a friend of mine yesterday evening to ask her if she wanted some carrots, and she did. So I ripped this bag open, as you saw it was open, and I filled one of those Trader Joe's paper grocery bags with carrots for her. I'm thinking, as I am taking these out, just thinking about what I am going to do with them. Look at this carrot. I mean, look at it. Look at this one. There are several like this. I'm going to leave these and take a little bit smaller, more manageable ones. I think what I'm going to do with these is the easiest thing, which is just to peel them and put them in a freezer bag for Tuxedo. He loves carrots, and he loves them especially when they're frozen. Tuxedo is just watching me peel these carrots, and he thinks I'm giving it to him. He doesn't know that it's not frozen. He will take it and he will eat it, but he's not as crazy about them if they're not frozen. Funny guy. So the first recipe that we are going to make is in this Ball Canning and Preserving book. It's the honey ginger carrots, and it does call for orange juice, and I don't have any, but I have pineapple juice. So I'm going to make it with pineapple juice. We just need salt, ground ginger, orange juice or pineapple juice, soy sauce, and honey. So I need 2¼ pounds of carrots to make 4 pints. So let's see if I decide to double that or not. Let's just start with 2¼ pounds. Okay, let's get some carrots chopped. I'm just going to put them in the jars right away. That way I know if I need more. I'm just going to fill these jars as I go. Do you guys hear the wind? Time for the spices. Let's see. 1 tablespoon of salt each, half tablespoon of ground ginger. One tablespoon of salt? Let's look at that again. 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of ground pepper. Next, 4 ounces of juice, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of honey. Let's do the soy sauce and honey first. And let's double check. Two tablespoons. Two ounces of juice. See if I can eyeball that. Okay, perfect. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but my dog is really scared. It's okay, dogs. He's in this little corner next to me. All right, and now we're going to fill it with chicken broth. Good morning. I am trying to move through this as fast as I can. Here's the broth from yesterday, and here are the honey, what are they? I can't remember the exact name, but they're honey something carrots. Here are some carrots that are going in the dehydrator right now. I blanched them. Here are some carrots that I am blanching right now. I'm about to turn those off. Okay, so I got 7 trays of carrots in here, and I am going to pop the front on and turn it on. I am in a bit of a rush. I'm going into the city with a friend to run some errands. So, this is my other dehydrator, and this is the one that has the celery and peppers. Let me move this. I do need to empty this. So we're gonna set this to 125. 125, and it's gonna take quite a few hours for this to be ready. So I am gonna head out, and we'll come back when I think this is ready. So in the middle of preserving all these carrots, and I haven't started on the potatoes yet, I went ahead and got this box of tomatoes. Reason being, I found out that next Sunday is the last day that this farm store will be open, and I don't want to miss out on getting some tomatoes. I usually pop them in the freezer anyway, so that's what I'm going to do with these. I'm just going to core them, put them in bags, put them in the freezer. I feel like I have been dealing with carrots forever, you guys, but I am sure that in the end I'm going to be glad I did it. Right now I am just taking out, I don't know what number batch this is, of dehydrated carrot medallions. I did dehydrate some shredded carrots. I'm going to share that with you guys as well. But right now I am taking these carrots out of the dehydrator, and I'm going to be putting in another, I don't know, 2 or 3 batches. By batches I mean a dehydrator full, so 9 trays like this, at least 2 more if not 3. So I haven't shared a lot of that process, but I'm just trying to get it done. So I have gone through 100 pounds of carrots. I can't believe it's over. I don't want to deal with carrots anymore. Well, not in that quantity. So I will make a list so that I can share with you guys exactly how I preserved all 100 pounds. So the next thing that I'm going to be working on canning are potatoes. I showed you guys how many potatoes I have. Okay, I got cut off there for a sec. The mister was calling to tell me that there's something wrong with one of the chickens. So I am going to go out and deal with that. And when I get back to working on the potatoes, I will bring you guys along. I have been excluding you guys from this The potatoes are the next thing that I am dealing with as far as all these vegetables go. And I have been baking them just in the Instant Pot and cooling them, wrapping them, and putting them in the freezer. And my hopes I hope to use them as baked potatoes, as mashed potatoes, as fried potatoes, anything like that. I'm hoping that I can just take them out of the fridge the night before, or the freezer the night before, and they would be defrosted enough by the afternoon that I can do whatever it is I want to do with them. I have some yellow ones, and I think I'm going to try to can those. And I might slice and dehydrate some of the russets. This is the last of the russet potatoes. I have dehydrated them, and now I am just storing them in this half-gallon jar. These were caught with a mandolin, and I think it's too thin, just personally. They were super thin. When I cut them, and now they're even thinner, and I don't know. I think moving forward, if I do this again, which I probably will, I will try to slice them by hand and slice them as thin as I can by hand, but not this thin. I have to see how that works out. I was thinking au gratin potatoes, something like that. And it might work. It's just so thin. We'll see. This is the last of the russet potatoes. I have dehydrated them, and now I am just storing them in this half-gallon jar. These were caught with a mandolin, and I think it's too thin, just personally. They were super thin. When I cut them, and now they're even thinner, and I don't know. I think moving forward, if I do this again, which I probably will, I will try to slice them by hand and slice them as thin as I can by hand, but not this thin. I have to see how that works out. I was thinking au gratin potatoes, something like that. And it might work. It's just so thin. We'll see. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these vegetables. Let's start in the pantry room. Let's head over there. It is not the best lighting in here, so that's why I brought some of the stuff, or most of the stuff, out to the dining room. I just wanted to show you the baked potatoes. These are all russets, and I have, I think, 10 here and 5 there, so I have about 15 potatoes. And then And then in this freezer, I have just 2 gallon bags left. I just opened the third one. These are Tuxedo's carrots. I just opened the third one. He's just going through these. I mean, he only gets one a day, but yeah, he only gets one a day. But let's see. Each bag is about 5 pounds. So that's 25 pounds of frozen carrots. That's what I did with some of them. And then let's talk about the rest of the stuff. So I did 9 or 10 pints of just plain carrot rounds. And I I don't like canned carrots, but I've never had my canned carrots. So uh, I have used canned carrots before mine to make. I just mash them and use it in muffins and carrot cake, things like that. But I did not blanch them for too long. So, but I did blanch them because you need to blanch them to preserve them well. So I'm gonna try some in a meal, just like as carrots as a side, and see how I feel about them. So we did about 10 of those. And then we did 4 of these. These are the honey ginger carrots. And we opened one and it was okay. I liked it enough. I think it would have been better with the orange juice, but since we didn't have orange juice, I made it with pineapple. It was okay. I just added a little bit more brown sugar when I made it, and it was fine. I liked it. This is the celery leaves, and I think what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh! Just like I said in the video, the smell is awesome, and really, yeah, it is. It is such a strong smell. Anyways, I think I'm gonna powder this and use it as a seasoning because I don't see any. I don't see myself using it like this to substitute anything. I was thinking, oh, to substitute parsley or no, but the flavor is so strong um, that it's going to. Yeah, I'm not going to fool anybody that this is parsley or cilantro or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and powder it and then use it as a spice. This is I don't know how many celery. Let's see. This is 3 bunches of celery, believe it or not, dehydrated. Let me smell this. Super strong smell. Mm, strong celery taste, really good. I did mix the store-bought one with the one from the Mennonite farm. And we also froze 1 bag of celery, 1 quart bag of celery. And what else did we do with celery? That's it. We froze a quart bag. We dehydrated this. And this is 2 bell peppers. It doesn't look like a lot, does it? But these are 2 bell peppers that I can use for like fajitas or something. And let's see. I froze a quart of bell peppers and 2 quarts of bell pepper and onion. And I think that's it. But let me check. I have a list here for this very reason, in case I forgot anything. Mm, that is it. Okay, so let's move on to the carrots. Oh, well, more carrots. We have 3 quarts of carrot rounds. Ooh, it's kind of suctioned on, which is good. I don't want to break that seal. Um, that's what they look like. They look like little, they just get shriveled up. But we've already used some of this in our chicken soup. We made chicken soup for a friend who was ill right next door. And I use these carrots and I didn't rehydrate them. I just threw them in the pot and it was simmering for, I don't know, an hour. just to make sure that this got rehydrated properly. And then I have, we have, did I say 3 quarts of this? And we have a quart and a pint of shredded. Let's see if I can open this one. Yep, shredded carrots. And this will definitely, be for dessert type things, or maybe in a soup or something to bulk it up a little bit. And last but not least, the last thing that you saw me doing is the potatoes that look like potato chips, the mister says. I told him they're raw, so don't try eating them. So we got 2 half-gallon jars of this. And right now is a time when certain things are on sale. I saw celery on sale for 98 cents. I saw 5-pound bags of potato for $1.98. This is at my Walmart. I just ran in and out with the mister, so I didn't really take a look around at a lot of things. But I was thinking, russet potatoes, by the way. So I was thinking if I get a couple of bags and make some more of this, but slice it by hand instead of using my little thing that I can slice vegetables with does not adjust. So I can't adjust the width of how thick the vegetable is cut. I don't have many options there. So I think I'm going to get more celery and dehydrate it, and I'm going to get more potatoes and dehydrate them. Now, those tomatoes, we will address those in the future sometime when I feel up to it. Today, I decided it was 59 degrees and so cold in the house, and it's because we had no sun. It is just cloud cover and super windy, and so it was cold, and our wood box was empty. Well, there were like 3 pieces of wood. So I decided to go get the wagon and fill it with wood and drag it up here. I was done. I was so exhausted just from doing that. But then I thought, pull the wagon into the living room and I could empty it. So that's what I did. And then I went back and got a second load. I don't know what it weighs when it's full, but yeah, I was definitely done after that. I was exhausted, but I wanted to start a fire, which I did. And it's still going. So the mister just got home from work and he's like, "Hun, there is no sun. That's why it's so cold in here." So yeah, just recovering. I wanted to share that with you. And what else did I want to share with you? Let's make sure I got all the veggies. Oh, one more thing. In that bunch of vegetables that was on my table were some hot peppers. And a few of them were from my garden, and the majority of them were from the farmer's market. And I haven't done anything with them, and they are a little bit shriveled, and they're in the fridge. But what I decided to do with them is make pepper jelly. So that's what we're going to do. But we'll make that its own video. And then I also have some dried peppers, some really small ones from the garden. Those were never on the table here with all those vegetables, and those just need to be powdered. You guys have seen me do that before. But the pepper jelly we really like, and we just happened to have opened our last jar of pepper jelly. I am pretty sure that was our last jar of pepper jelly. It's about half a pint left, so we need some more. Okay, so besides that, what else has happened? Nothing really exciting, but let me share this with you.